There is a word in Japanese, wasuramono. It means forgotten things. And the Japanese have a special tray by their front door just for it. Keys. Wallet. Phone. Glasses. Not because they forget more than anyone else, but because they've built systems into the fabric of daily life to make sure forgetting never gets a chance. Today we're going to explore 8 principles from Japanese culture that don't just improve your memory, they transform how you relate to information entirely. These aren't tricks you'll try once and abandon. These are ways of living that have endured for centuries, quiet, powerful, and hiding in plain sight. The first principle is called Ichidan. It means one step, or in practice, one thing at a time. Modern science now confirms what Japanese monks knew for centuries: the human brain does not multitask. When you split your attention, you don't remember either thing well. You create what researchers call shallow encoding, information that never makes it to long-term storage. But when you give something your complete attention, when you read one page, drink your tea, as if that is the only thing you are doing, the brain encodes the experience deeply. You remember it not because you tried harder, but because you were fully Techo. Japan has one of the world's most sophisticated notebook cultures. The Techo, a personal planner diary hybrid, is carried everywhere. But the act of writing by hand is not just organizational, it is neurological. When you write with your hand, you engage the motor cortex, the visual cortex, and the language centers simultaneously. 3 regions of your brain fire together, and neurons that fire together wire together. Typing bypasses this. The Japanese have maintained this ritual of handwriting not out of tradition, but because it works. The third principle is ma. In Japanese aesthetics, ma refers to negative space, the pause, the gap, the silence between things. In memory science, this is called spaced retrieval, and it is perhaps the most powerful memory technique ever discovered. We are taught to study intensely before an exam, cram, then forget. But the Japanese garden teaches something different. What matters is not how much you fill in, but how deliberately you leave space. Review something after 1 day, then 3 days, then a week. Let the forgetting begin, then catch it just before it disappears. This is how you build memory that lasts decades. The philosophy of continuous small improvement. Most people try to memorize everything at once. The Japanese approach is the opposite. Learn a little, every single day, without exception. 5 new words. 1 paragraph reviewed. 1 concept revisited. The power of Kaizen is not in any single session. It is in the compounding effect of consistent, tiny effort. A stone is not carved by 1 powerful strike, but by 10,000 gentle ones. What are you trying to remember? Apply Kaizen to it. Make it daily. Make it small. And watch what grows. The 5th principle is one that surprises Westerners most. Mushin. Empty mind. In martial arts and Zen practice, Mushin is the state of no mind, when the practitioner moves without conscious thought, responding from a place of deep, embodied knowing. Here is the paradox. To remember better, you must first learn to let go. Anxiety, self-doubt, mental noise, these are not just distractions. They are chemical blockers. Stress floods the brain with cortisol, which actively degrades memory formation. The Japanese practice of Mushin, achieved through meditation, breathwork, or simple stillness, clears the mental space that memory needs to take root. Before you study, before you try to remember, breathe. Empty. Then begin. Mono no aware, the pathos of things. The bittersweet awareness that everything passes this might seem philosophical, but its application to memory is profound. Emotion is the brain's priority signal. Events charged with emotion, joy, grief, wonder, beauty are encoded faster, deeper, and more permanently than neutral information. The Japanese cultivate mono no aware deliberately. They pause at cherry blossoms, knowing they will fall. They hold a teacup knowing it is irreplaceable. To remember something, feel something about it. Connect it to a moment of beauty or loss or meaning. Give it emotional weight, and your brain will never let it go. Teate. Literally hands reaching out. Healing through touch and physical action, the body remembers what the mind forgets. Muscle memory, or procedural memory, bypasses the hippocampus entirely. It lives in the cerebellum, the motor cortex, the hands themselves. Japanese artisans spend years mastering a single craft, folding paper, arranging flowers, preparing matcha, not because these skills are purely functional, but because the act of doing creates the deepest encoding of all. To remember something truly, do something with it. Make it, draw it, speak it aloud, teach it, move it from concept into action, and it will live in your body, not just your mind. The eighth and final principle, basho, place, environment. Japanese culture is deeply aware that where we are shapes who we are. The tea room is designed for stillness. The garden is designed for contemplation. The workspace is cleared of everything that does not serve the task. Memory is context dependent. This is called environmental encoding. Your brain links memories to the physical space where they were formed. This is why you walk into a room and forget why you came. You left the context of the memory behind. Design your environment to support what you want to remember. A dedicated study space, a clean desk, objects that signal to your brain, this is where focus lives. Your environment is not neutral. It is either working for your memory or against it. These 8 principles, Ichidan, Techo, Ma, Kaizen, Mushin, Mono no Aware, Teate, and Basho, are not techniques you add to your life. They are a philosophy you live by. Japan did not create a culture of excellent memory by accident. They created environments, rituals, and states of mind that made deep remembering inevitable. You don't need a perfect memory. You need a life designed to support one. Begin with one principle. Just one. Maybe it's the washer-mono tray by your door. Maybe it's a small notebook you carry everywhere. Maybe it's 5 minutes of stillness before you try to learn something. Start there. And let the rest unfold. The Japanese way, if this video gave you something to carry with you, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe for more Japanese wisdom applied to modern life. And leave a comment below. Which of these 8 principles do you want to try first? I'll see you in the next one.